Asking Javelin to do a Tune in the Afternoon episode was a no-brainer. Cousins Tom Van Buskirk and George Langford are natural improvisers prone to mashing together found sounds on barely working boomboxes and turning them into timewarp dance hits. Here we challenged Tom and George to make something catchy using only gear they brought with them on tour and a handful of thrift store cassettes. Be sure to download the result at accelerator.com/javelin. This episode was brought to you by the sci-fi original series Caprica.
Our daughters, they're gone.
What if they could come back?
An all-new original series, Caprica, premieres Friday, January 22nd at 9, only on Sci-Fi. Imagine greater.
We're Javelin. So we're at the community thrift store in the Mission, San Francisco. We're gonna go through the cassette rack in there, which I hear is gigantic, and hopefully dig a couple things out that we can synthesize together into one weird amalgam on our MPCs back at the Love Shack.
Cassettes only.
Cassettes only.
Sometimes like the weirdest, most interesting things can be found in like really boring tapes, but because of the medium itself, it makes the music, or like the sound itself, a little bit more interesting. I really like noisy, hissy things, the nostalgia factor, and sonic degradation. Also, they tend to be cheaper than records.
And more portable. The tape is it's the one medium I can think of that where you can't play with time yourself and just be like, you know, fast forward or skip the needle ahead or something. You're pretty much in the tape time continuum, which is continuous. For Jim, blast off and massage music. Peace. Steven, with love. And then if that wasn't enough, massage music for Jim, Volume 2. Breakdance Fever by the New Masters of Gold, as seen on TV. It's a high energy remix. We've got tracks like Beat It, Rock It. It's all these hits done by amateur rip-off artists who were hired by this record label. Yeah, well, we're all rip-off artists in some way. Hired by Grand Lux Recordings to like make a cheap knockoff of all the hits of the day, which is one of our favorite things to sample. There we go. It's kind of hot. It's awesome. This is an English meadow. That's conceptual in a way that we haven't seen before. You buy it for the ocean, you stay for the meadow. Let's go with Bobby Mick. Whoa, Robin Williams is on this album. No joke. He's so talented. 4 for 4. I don't know if this has ever happened. 1982, Athens, Greece. Sort of sounds like the Lawrence Welk of Greece. I don't think we'll find anything on that one. We take chances, you know. We fly too close to the sun on wings of cassettes. So we're on our first tour of California. We're toward the end of it now. We're in San Francisco, staying at my aunt's house, and we have access to this lovely room.
We perform with like these 2 MPCs and this mixer and Tom's Casio.
And usually George's drum pad is out.
Yeah, I mean at home like the studio is basically this plus a bunch of other like real instruments, which we don't bring.
What do you record on?
Just like into Logic, like on our computers, or onto like sometimes reel-to-reel or cassette. Most of our like tape equipment is like partially broken, so it adds kind of like a nice warble.
The tapes that we sampled from our thrift store finds, Breakdance Fever turned out to be pretty good for amateur drum programming and singing, but we mostly just used the drums from this. This came from, this was a Beat It ripoff, so you can sort of hear Beat It in there. This is someone going, why, tell me that it's stupid nature. Then we have this was an amateur version of Rocket. The tape was all messed up. weird like gummy tape effect. Like the drums are not regular at all, but then you put them on the MPC and you can
Some Bobby McFerrin sounds.
Bobby became the basis of one of George's patented chop. It's like arbitrary chop programs.
Lately I've been getting into just taking, like what I just did, 45 seconds or something, and then just doing a very arbitrary slicing. Just like literally taking the waveform and just like
auto chop.
Some of the Bobby McFerrin sounds. And we got some percussive sounds from this Kulatang Arts tape,
Which turned out to be incredible.
Yeah, it's actually really good.
It's Philippine music from the Philippines,
Philippines.
But the goal was to like bring it to the people, U.S. So it's like they made it really funky.
The Kulatang sounds, which I just kind of chopped into really short little bits.
So we made this kind of like salt and pepper sounding thing.
Hey Tom.
Hi George.
You want to go to the thrift store?
Yes.